Hello, welcome back to Hi-Fi Lo-Fi. What you're looking at is a multi-codec music player. I bought this in Japan when I first arrived here 14 years ago, and back then it was rather an impressive device. Unfortunately, after having not used it for many years and recently digging it out of a lot of junk I had lying around, it appears to have broken. It doesn't seem to work anymore, so I'm going to bin it. But before I do that, I just thought I would record it for the sake of memories and document what it was going from memory from 14 years ago. I did use it probably for about a year, and then it was superseded by something newer and better. But back in the day, 14 years ago, this was very impressive indeed. So this machine, as you can see, is probably slightly smaller than a packet of cigarettes, very light. I can't switch it on. Now, I did find the charger with it. The charger had gone all mouldy, and I sort of wiped the mould off and plugged it in. It did power up. The battery, I left it on for a while. The battery did not hold its charge, and there was a slight kind of metallic clicking sound, and it wouldn't boot up properly. Now this device has a proper hard drive in it. That is a proper hard disk drive, 4 gigabytes, as you can see. The model number is XOne, which I haven't checked, but would suggest to me it was perhaps the first in a line of products that were planned, starting with this one. As I said, first in a line maybe, I don't know. It's got on the bottom here a full-size SD card slot. Back then I remember micro SDs. Don't think I ever saw one. If they existed, I didn't use any. Two speakers, so it will play from these speakers if you don't want to use headphones, earphones, etc. I would say though that the sound was pretty awful, as you'd expect for a device of this size. On the side here, well, I did press the reset, but I stuck a pin in there to reset it in case that was the issue. But no, it seemed to have an issue with the hard disk drive, I would say, going by the metallic clicking sound. Now you can see it says record there because this has got a microphone here, and you could use it as a voice recorder. Not only that, but it's got an input jack there, so a mini input jack, so you could also use it to record onto this internal hard disk drive. Now, as you can see, it's got a USB. It had a USB lead that came with it, and apart from being a multi-codec music player, it also could be used as a portable storage device for data, because I do remember it was able to hold data files on it as well, which were accessible just in Windows Explorer, which I was using at the time. I was using a Windows PC at the time. As you can see, there is obviously the headphone socket or the earphone socket, whichever one you use. And next to that, this would have been to control certain functions that were built into perhaps something on the headphone cable, such as volume and track skip, for example, pause, play, etc. this is the main controller. One thing I'll say about it though, I do remember it was rather easy sometimes to jog it, but this jog button, this toggle button, what do they call this, jog, do they? So you've got up and down, plus and minus for the volume, and forward and back for the tracks. I don't remember whether you could hold it to fast forward or whether it just simply was a case of skipping through and back through tracks. Also, there was a menu system, and you can press this button, which acted as a kind of enter button. I do remember that. Bear with me, as I say, it was a long time ago that I used this, and it's still in pretty good condition because I am pretty good with things generally, keep them in good condition. So we've got the play pause button there, the record button as we've mentioned. We have an equalization button because it had some preset equalization settings for listening to music, and there's the power input there with a rechargeable battery. There's no option for external batteries, and then this slide switch to hold. So once that slide switch is in the hold setting, all of these buttons cannot be used. So none of these buttons can be used. Nothing will happen if you accidentally knock them while it's in your pocket or whatever. Now, I don't remember exactly, it says multi-codec, and I don't remember exactly what files it was capable, what formats it was capable of playing. I do remember I did play MP3s on it, and I did play WMA files. I definitely remember playing those, but I'm fairly sure that it had the ability to play many more files. Now, this music, oh, by the way, it has got an FM radio. Did I mention that? So it's got an FM radio as well. The FM radio antenna was built into, well, like a lot of these devices, the device takes the FM broadcast signal through the cable that is your earphone cable. So that's how that worked. There we are. So these, I think it's quite a well designed piece of kit. I actually quite like the colour as well. Actually, this, coincidentally, this is the same, it's a very, very slight bluish, sort of greyish, bluish metallic, and perhaps the same colour as my first car in Japan. And it's got these four little feet. Well, it still slides around there. They don't seem to make any difference. I did wonder whether they were concealing screws, whether it would be possible to unscrew it. I decided not to have a go at it because I wanted to video it while it's still in good condition before I took it apart and had a look at it. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just bin it because I don't really think that it'll serve any purpose to me whatsoever, and the battery's not holding its charge, and I'm just gonna relegate it to a video archive and throw it away because I need the space. I don't want the clutter anymore. So there we are. The company name is Seagrand. So there is a website there somewhere. Where is it? Yes, there it is. There's the website there. Seagrand. Not sure how well you can see that. There we are. I think that's focusing now. Seagrand XOne multi-codec. It says HDD Digital Audio Player there, and on this side, multi-codec music player. So that was that. Just a very short presentation to show you this rather impressive device, and it really was impressive 14 years ago, I have to say. I thought it was really state of the art and very good value for money, and that's why I bought it. There was really nothing like it that I could see available 14 years ago. This has been HiFi Lo-Fi. Thanks for watching.